Today I'm going to talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is quite a popular topic these days. It refers to the practice of being present or living in the now. But what exactly does that mean? How is it possible to live at any other time than the present? Well, your body must function in the moment, that's for sure, but the mind has other options. Your attention, for instance, can wander to the past, providing moments of sweet nostalgia, or fall into a depression over previous experiences and deeds. It can also project into the future, full of hope for greater fulfillment, or anxiety over the uncertainty of not knowing what will become of you. In fact, we spend a lot of time rummaging in the past, imagining the future, and less time focusing on the moment. Why is that? The past to some extent teaches us what to do and not to do, so we don't make the same mistakes over and over again. The future is the house of our dreams and visions of a better life. The present is, well, the present. In it, we make choices based on our past experiences and unfulfilled desires. So what's wrong with that? There's nothing really wrong with it. However, it tends to make us unaware of what's really happening in the moment. The clouds in the sky could be beautiful. The cool wind refreshing on a hot day. The sounds of children playing in the yard joyful. Your body telling you it needs rest. The smell of jasmine from your neighbor's garden bringing sweetness into your life, and so on. Yet, you don't notice any of it. You might say, such things are of lesser importance than the project I'm working on. But if you are unaware of the intentions and shifting moods of your project's stakeholders, what happens to your project? I think you get the drift. Mindfulness is typically practiced by becoming more aware of your inner experience moment by moment and accepting that experience non-judgmentally. That is, you don't allow the mind to assess your thoughts, words, feelings, and sensations as good or bad, right or wrong, useful or useless, depressing or elevating, and so on. Judgment constrains experience. When you judge, you file it in a little box, which doesn't allow you to fully experience it. For example, if you get angry at a friend, your mind may say, I shouldn't be angry, I need to stop this. In such case, you might be unaware of the unmet expectations you had that led to anger in the first place, all because you boxed it. When you observe your inner experience and allow it to come and go naturally, you enter what's called the witness state. The witness state is transcendent. It doesn't take sides. It sees the world as a non-attached observer. This practice has been scientifically proven to deepen relaxation, enhance focus, overcome insomnia, promote creativity, and so much more. That's why mindfulness has gained popularity. Yet it is even more than this. Our capacity for attention and awareness is boundless, and that may come as a real surprise to you. Here's an analogy. Imagine sitting in a cinema watching a movie. If it's a bad movie, you might start checking your mobile phone or downing bags of popcorn. That in itself becomes another show. If the movie is engaging, you might get lost in the story and characters and forget you're even in the cinema. Our day-to-day experience is much like this. We can get bored and frustrated with our experiences or be totally immersed in the drama. In any case, we tend to forget the ongoing reality show is not us. In fact, we are simply filling a seat, our body to be precise, directing the film, and running replays. So who cares about the act of watching all of this as it happens? The nature of the film and how we feel about it is what matters. Now imagine if you simply observed the show, what would happen? Boredom and excitement would level out. You'd be pretty chilled. Contentment is a great thing. That's mindfulness, as it's taught today. Now imagine becoming the light and sound from the projection booth that creates the movie on screen. From that perspective, you can also see yourself sitting in the audience and hear your popcorn being chewed. Suddenly, you find yourself out of body, witnessing yourself, witnessing the movie. This is not too difficult to imagine. However, because the projector light and sound connect to this planet's electromagnetic grid, you might imagine pulling back further and becoming aware of everyone and everything outside of the cinema. In short, the entire planet. From this distance, you begin to observe each person engaging in their own home movie. In this scenario, the witness state is heightened and your awareness is expanding. As the witness state heightens more, you realize the light you've become originates from the sun, the Milky Way galaxy, and ultimately from this universe and perhaps beyond. Suddenly, you are witnessing all creation from a universal perspective. The scope of your life's movie broadens tremendously. You experience how everything is connected. Your consciousness is no longer centered in a body. You may become more mindful. This unusual practice may start out as a visualization. However, later it alters your perspective. Mindfulness can take you into an altered state of hyper-reality. In short, it sees all things from the perspective of the great self within all. This, of course, is not a common experience. It's the result of acquiring good karma and plenty of practice. Yet, even in the deepest states of mindlessness, where ignorance and mental attachments abound, the light of the witnessing self is not in the least bit diminished. It is simply veiled due to what the mind perceives as limitations of a body and senses which will eventually perish, presumably taking the mind with it. The veil is lifted through faith, insight, and steady practice. Meditation, self-inquiry, and imbibing the wisdom of realized beings promotes mindfulness. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste. Have a great day.